Hey, Habs fans, are you feeling a jolt of excitement mixed with a hint of daring right now? What if the Montreal Canadiens could pull off a daring trade to land Tage Thompson, a towering 40-goal scorer from the struggling Buffalo Sabres, to finally solve our second-line center woes? With Buffalo off to a rough start and trade rumors swirling, this bold idea is gaining traction among hockey observers. Today, we're diving into the possibility of bringing Thompson to Montreal, breaking down the assets we need to part with, and debating if this high-risk, high-reward move is a game-changer the Habs need. Let's explore this electrifying trade scenario and see if Kent Hughes can make it happen. Let's start by painting the picture. The Buffalo Sabres are stumbling out of the gate in the 2025-26 season with a 1-3-0 record, reigniting familiar frustrations for a franchise that struggled to find consistent success. Amidst this rocky start, speculation about their star center Tage Thompson being available for trade has caught fire. Hockey observer Johnny G didn't hold back, stating, "If Tage Thompson is available, the Montreal Canadiens need to pounce. Kirby Dach, David Reinbacher, love you guys, but enjoy Buffalo." And we all know Kevyn Adams isn't shy about trading injury-prone players. It's a shocking proposition that has fans buzzing, especially given the Sabres' history of bold roster moves. While Thompson continues to produce, racking up goals and assists, he can't carry the team alone, and if Buffalo's losses pile up, a trade could become a real possibility. Now, let's talk about why Tage Thompson is a dream fit for the Canadiens. Standing at 6 feet 6 inches and wielding a lethal shot, Thompson is a proven sniper, netting 44 goals last season and over 150 since 2021. As noted by the hockey writers, his size, skill, and scoring prowess make him one of the NHL's premier goal scorers, the kind of player who could transform Montreal's top 6 forward group, slotting him as a second-line center behind Nick Suzuki, or even as a dominant winger alongside him, would give the Habs a devastating 1-2 punch offensively. With a cap hit of $7.142 million through 2029-30, Thompson fits within Montreal's projected $38.1 million in cap space for 2026-27, especially after shedding Carey Price's contract. For a team hungry to build on last season's playoff return, he's a kind of impact player who could elevate us from contenders to favorites. Let's dive into the assets Montreal could offer to make this trade a reality. Johnny G's proposal suggests packaging Kirby Dach and David Reinbacher a steep but plausible price. Dach, a 24-year-old former third overall pick, has shown flashes of brilliance but has been hampered by injuries, carrying a $3.3625 million cap hit in the final year of his deal. Reinbacher, a highly touted defensive prospect drafted 5th overall in 2023, represents the future of the Habs' blue line, but hasn't yet made his NHL mark. Add in Montreal's stockpile of valuable draft picks, potentially a first-rounder or multiple mid-round selections, and GM Kent Hughes has the pieces to craft a compelling offer. As Johnny G argues, Hughes is afraid to take risks, and with Buffalo potentially eyeing another rebuild, a deal centered on youth and future assets could tempt Sabres GM Kevyn Adams, especially if their season continues to spiral. Of course, there are significant risks to weigh. Trading Dach and Reinbacher would be a gut punch to the Habs' long-term vision. Dach still has top 6 potential if he stays healthy, and Reinbacher could develop into a cornerstone defenseman alongside Lane Hutson. Parting with high draft picks further depletes a pipeline that's been crucial to Montreal's rebuild. On the flip side, Thompson's contract commits the Habs to a hefty cap hit for several years, and while he's a proven scorer, there's always a chance he doesn't mesh with Martin St. Louis' system or struggles with the pressure playing in a hockey-mad market like Montreal. For Buffalo, trading Thompson within the division is a risky move. Watching him thrive with a rival could haunt them if the Sabres rebound. This trade is a classic high-stakes gamble, balancing immediate impact against future stability. Let's zoom out and consider the broader implications. Landing Tage Thompson would be a statement of intent from the Canadiens, signaling that the rebuild is accelerating into a win-now phase. After a 3-1-0 start to the 2025-26 season, as reported by recent insiders, Montreal is showing they can compete in the Atlantic Division. Adding a 40-goal scorer could make them a legitimate playoff threat, building on last year's postseason appearance. For Buffalo, A trade like this would likely kickstart yet another rebuild. A tough pill for fans to swallow, but perhaps necessary if losses mount. As the hockey writers notes, multiple teams are monitoring the Sabres situation, so Hughes would need to act decisively if the opportunity arises. The pressure is on, and the phone lines between Montreal and Buffalo could heat up sooner than we think. As we wrap this up, I'm electrified by the thought of Tage Thompson in a Canadiens jersey, blasting goals past helpless goalies at the Bell Center. This trade proposal, swapping Kirby Dach, David Reinbacher, and potentially draft picks for a proven sniper, feels like a daring roll of the dice with massive upside. While the cost is steep and the risks are real, the reward of pairing Thompson with our young core could redefine the Habs' trajectory. Kent Hughes has the assets and the boldness to pull off a deal like this. And with Buffalo's struggles mounting, the window for a blockbuster might be cracking open. Whether it happens or not, this rumor fuels the fire of what could be a transformative season for Montreal. So, Habs Nation, I'm handing this over to you. Would you trade Dach and Reinbacher for Tage Thompson, or is the price too high for our future? Drop your bold predictions and passionate takes in the comments. I'm itching to see if this idea ignites the same spark in you as it does in me. And if the thought of Thompson in blue, Blanc et Rouge has you pumped, smash that like button to show your enthusiasm. Let's keep this conversation roaring as we watch the Canadiens chase glory in 2025-26. Until next time, keep believing in Bleed Blue, Blanc et Rouge.